Hey, what's up guys? This is Doc Z in the house, that tarot teddy bear. Hopefully this message finds you well. I'm back with you again for another week, another tarot reading. This week we're going to be doing a reading for the Sagittarius, the centaur. Let's get to it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius in the tarot is associated with the card Temperance. Temperance looks like very much like an angel, you see? This particular archetype represents balance, moderation, flexibility, adaptability, compromise, negotiation, to be measured. All right, Sagittarius, this is what I see for you this week. I see you really focusing on your shit. I see the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is really chiseling away. He's chiseling away at his craft, perfecting his skill. I mean, he's just hammering away. And so what this usually represents, a student, someone who is doing some type of training, someone who is really just focused on perfecting their work or project. They're just focused on their shit. And so, you know, it's the energy of, for me, it's like a gateway card. It's an eight, the Eight of Pentacles. And so it's the energy of transition. So you're working very hard because you're trying to bring forth some level of achievement. Usually this is connected to some level of Ace of Pentacles, so it's connected to what? Safety and security. And safety and security through what? Material, and in material form. So usually this is money, resources, finances. So I interpret this to be you focusing on your particular skill, or perhaps you're committed to perhaps it's even coming through in the context of a relationship. You're focusing on perfecting something that is required to achieve some level of success, whatever it is, relationship, career, but you're focused and you are committed and you're just chiseling away. And usually the end result is because you want some level of recognition, perhaps some level of recognition or some level of reward. But I see you chiseling away. That's the theme of this week, working very hard, just on your shit. However, I'm also seeing energies of balance. So we need to make sure that as much as we're committed to a specific task and achieving some level of long-term security in terms of the material world, money, resources, finances, career, as much as we're committed and investing energy and time to that, you have to you have to also make sure that you are balancing your energies as well, and make sure that nothing is being neglected, to make sure that there is a sense of being grounded, and no one or nothing is being neglected. And so we see the Temperance card. Interestingly enough, Temperance is the card that is associated with the Sagittarius in the tarot. And Temperance is about balance, moderation, being measured, being compromising, being adaptable. It's about control. Actually, it's about controlling the self for the sake of bringing forth balance and peace. So I feel like as much as you're committed and you're focused on your success and you're charging towards this particular vision that you have, even though this particular task can be difficult at times, because I'm seeing energies of just being tired, just working very hard, but being tired, being drained, and at the same time, this is something that success, and it's on your mind, and so an advancement, it's on your mind, and so you're focused and fixed on it, and I see that. And I believe you know you can achieve it, because I see the Magician energy. It represents new beginnings. So this could be a new opportunity that you have embraced, a new project that you've gotten, like a promotion. I believe what you'll experience this week is fighting against some level of insecurity, fighting there may be some level of vulnerability in your mind. Perhaps you may feel some level of insecurity in the tangible world. Could be in the workplace, could be relative to a relationship. But I believe you're working so very hard, because the fact of the matter is, or the reality is, you want to feel a sense of security. That's on your mind this week. Perhaps there is some level of expectation, that you're trying to meet when it comes to the workplace, because I'm seeing energies that speak of organization, and perhaps there are specific expectations that a particular organization has for you, and it feels to me that you are fighting very hard trying to rise to the occasion, trying to meet expectation, but also it's also about carving your own path as well. I feel like their goal here is to advance in some type of way, because there may be a sense of stagnation, and now that you've been given an opportunity, it's about running with that opportunity so that you can be advanced and be recognized. And so I definitely see you understanding that you have the power within you to be able to create the reality that you want with this new beginning that has been offered to you. I see that in the place of the magician, a person who knows how to get shit done and knows how to transmute metal into gold and to manifest the reality that they are focused on. So you're diligently plugging away, chiseling away, trying to master every task that has been given to you so that you can achieve this level of recognition that I see you're seeking. Recognition, and again, this is security, stability. I see you while you're working very hard, I see you very tired as well. This is the energy of someone who's very drained and who is just pushing through, you know? And also, I see you are, to the best of your ability, you are deflecting and pushing other external things that may be a distraction or that may be draining to you this week. You're pushing them away. I see you definitely standing up for your position relative to a situation. It could be work, could be relationship, but definitely standing up for your position, fighting for what it is that you want. There is perhaps a feeling also of you working so hard that you feel like you're in bondage to the particular job, because I'm seeing the devil coming through. The goal here, I think, is material gain and material success, but perhaps there is, to an extent, you feel that you're in bondage to a certain degree, or being bound to a particular position. You are now realizing that there has been a lack of balance in the context of perhaps work-life balance, and you're going to be wanting some level of moderation, some level of peace, or it feels like you're seeking some level of peace this week, because I think perhaps you've been working too hard, perhaps. Although you have a specific goal in mind and you have a specific outcome that you want to feel like you're accomplishing things, and you want to feel like you can celebrate some level of success through all your hard work. At the same time, I think you're being perhaps burnt out, you're getting a bit exhausted. It just feels like you're bound to this particular thing, and perhaps you're bound to it because you know that this particular thing provides some level of security. But at the same time, even though it's providing you some level of security, I still think that you want more, because it feels like there's some level of recognition that you want to receive, some level of monetary value that you are seeking to see more. And so I definitely see this feeling of stagnation in some type of way. Perhaps you feel like you're working very hard on a particular thing, and maybe you feel like nothing you're still feeling some level of insecurity. No matter how much you are investing and applying yourself, you still feel some level of, I don't know if it's inadequacy, or you feel like there is still always something getting in the way of what you're trying to achieve relative to this project. It could be relationship, or it could be relative to work, but there's something that is affecting your ability to feel strongly secure, even though you're working very hard. And it could be maybe energies that are draining at you that are external to the project that you're working very hard on. I definitely see this week doors opening. I see some level of clarity, but at the same time, with this door and with this clarity, it has you feeling a bit exhausted. I think perhaps you're sacrificing something for the sake of whatever it is that you're working hard on this week. I also feel that as much as you're working, there may be a feeling of loneliness in some way. You may be so fixed and focused on this particular level or you may be so fixed and focused on a particular level of advancement that you may be working so hard that you're so exhausted, so depleted, but at the same time you're emotionally drained and feeling a sense of loneliness and feeling like perhaps you cannot form meaningful connections because that you're so fixed and focused on this level of success or security that you're trying to achieve. And so I do see energies of feeling alone, isolated, misunderstood. Perhaps you feel alone and isolated in the context of a relationship, professional or personal relationship, but there's definitely feelings of isolation. So I would say this week lesson should be you have to try to create balance. You know, temperance is associated with the Sagittarius, and so that says to me that you need to embody an energy of moderation, energy of being more adaptable, and to try to create some level of work-life balance or peace in the context of a relationship, because it's about being measured. And but I see you working, and now you need some level of balance in the context of this thing that you're working towards. All right, hopefully this message finds you well and resonates with you, and I will see you next week. Peace.